Welcome to the Cold and Dark Start tutorial for the MSFS A310 for MSFS. We'll run through the whole startup process at the gate for demo purposes, and I've simplified it as much as I can so we can get flying quickly. So we start on the flight deck and head up to the overhead panel. First job is to switch on all three batteries. What you'll want to do at this point on the EFB is adjust the IRS align time to suit. I've set it to instant. At the top of the overhead panel, we'll switch the IRS switches over to nav, all three of them. We'll now switch on the external power as it's available at this airport. We now need to enter our departure and arrival airports in the FMC and hit align IRS. And we'll now head down to the APU panel and switch on the APU master, followed by the APU start switch. As soon as the APU is shown as available, you can switch on the APU bleed. We can now use this to start the engines. But first we can switch off the external power. We'll now head over to the left of the panel and switch on the hydraulics. On the pedestal, we'll switch on the fuel switches for the engines, and on the engine start panel, we'll turn the ignition switch to start. We'll now click the starter button for engine number 1. You'll see engine number 1 come to life, and the switch icon will go from open to arm. We can now repeat the process with engine number 2. Both engines started, we can set the ignition switch back to off. We can now also switch off the APU bleed and the APU master switch. Next, we'll just switch on anything that's currently off, and that will clear out a ton of error messages on the ECAM and make sure all the necessary systems are switched on ready for flight. With that complete, we can now head over and switch on some of the electronic flight control systems. At this point, you can switch off the hydraulic pumps. We'll switch on the electronic pitch trim. And finally, we'll set engine ignition to continuous. And that's it, we're all ready to go and ready for flight. From here, just set up your FMC and autopilot as shown in my full flight tutorial. Thank you for watching, please drop a like and subscribe if you found it useful. Take care.